Hola YouTube. In día 5 de mi serie de base, I give you. You like how I drop that Spanish on you? I just flow in and out. Y'all like that? I give you Nars Sheer Glow Foundation. Okay guys, so my skin's already prepped and primed, so I'm gonna go straight into the foundation. This is actually a brand new bottle. Don't even have a pump with me. I have not used this foundation in a couple of years actually, but this foundation I probably bought maybe 1 or 2 years ago. And I'm using the same shade I've used for years, which is Macao. In my previous video, I mentioned the number 12 foundation brush. This brush was discontinued, and I did note that in the details. However, this one is the one that replaced it, and I didn't even realize I had it. So yeah, this is a Dior brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot this and start applying it. I did go ahead and just switch to a sponge because that particular brush that I was using, that's a full coverage foundation brush. And so when it actually picks up liquid, it will drink it. So, you know, with this foundation, I need very little. Yeah, I just wanted to use the brush, but it picks up too much product. This brings back so many great memories. I actually remember when I bought this foundation. I'm pretty sure this was the day I bought it. And I remember this because I was going on this crazy shopping spree. I went to Neiman Marcus and I spent probably around $2,000, if not a little bit more than that. It was like $2,000, $2,200. It was something crazy. Like it was during Christmas, or right before Christmas. It was in the month of December, I know. And I was just buying all these cosmetics. I had lost my mind. And I was walking out the store thinking I was so fabulous. I was walking away from the beauty department and my bag literally, I had so many products, it burst. It wasn't humiliating at all. I mean, $2,000 plus worth of cosmetics that I shouldn't have been spending. It was fabulous. Oh, it's just as beautiful as I remembered. For concealer, I'm going to actually use, this is the, oh Lord, this is why I need glasses. The Supernatural Concealer from Kevyn Aucoin. This is in the shade Deep EC07. And this looks very light on camera, but it's not that light. Okay, it looks really light on camera. Just ignore that. Just let me apply it, okay? Just gonna apply this under my eyes. For no reason, I'm just gonna put it on my nose as well. Why not? Let's take it up, dude. So I'm just gonna blend this out, and then I'm going to follow up with the RCMA powder. That's old school for you kids. Y'all don't know about that. And as usual, I just let it sit on for maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and then I go ahead and just dust this off. Ooh, this is beautiful. Just a touch of bronzer. I'm just gonna put on a little blush. This is from Mercier. The shade is literally so old that I don't even know what the shade is, but it's pretty. It's this pretty peachy pink color that has a little bit of a glow, subtle shimmer. I don't really wear blush, but why not? Smiling helps. Just don't move. See that right there? I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Terracotta Light from Guerlain and just highlight my brow with my finger. Just a subtle glow. So now I'm just gonna go in with a mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs that I've been using. Noah or whatever. So after all of these years, what else can I say about Sheer Glow Foundation? This foundation is absolutely positively a foundation that I will always have with me. It is a foundation that I will always use because it has never let me down. I've used this foundation probably, I mean, since the day it came out. I think it came out in 2010 maybe. I'm not sure, don't hold me to that. But you know, I've used this foundation for quite some time and it's always been amazing. It's a foundation that is, you know, your standard 1 ounce. It is $47 retail, has at least 40 if not more shades available. As far as the spectrum for people of color, there are so many options for us. It's a really all-inclusive foundation, and Nars in general, when it comes to their foundations, they're pretty inclusive and they cover, you know, every skin tone, every undertone. And I mean, I don't really know a lot of people, actually I don't really know anyone who has not been able to purchase a Nars foundation. The only downside to this foundation is that it isn't built for everyone. This is a foundation that is, you know, hence the name Sheer Glow. It is a foundation that has, I would say, sheer to buildable medium coverage. It is a foundation that is for someone who is normal to dry, someone who has a drier skin type, someone who I'd say maybe normal to combination. Wouldn't really go any further than that, because if you're combination to oily, or if you're an oilier skin type, then this foundation definitely is not for you. But, you know, there are things you can do to wear this foundation if you choose to do so, if you're someone who's more on the oilier side of the spectrum. And with that said, they do have matte foundations as well, so you can always consider that. I think they have sheer matte, or it was reformulated. I know it was reformulated because I remember reviewing it maybe 2 years ago, something like that. So they do have that foundation that you can consider, just because Sheer Glow is, you know, it's a foundation for someone with a drier skin type, you know, or a combination skin type, drier skin type, normal to dry, normal, something like that, and not really an oily person. This is a buildable foundation to medium, and I barely would call it medium coverage, just because it doesn't really cover like that. It's not, you know, like you put it on and it's nothing and then you just apply it. You have to keep applying, you know, layer after layer. It's not that type of sheer, but it's not something that, you know, if you need a full coverage, this is not for you. This is not anything like, you know, it's not like a lauder, it's not a double wear, it's nothing like that. So again, if you're somebody who needs more of a full coverage, this is not for you. But if it is for you, it's a gem. Like I said, I've used this foundation for easily a decade, if not longer, and it has yet to let me down. I literally wear the same shade that I wore when I first walked into Neiman's and bought it. And what's great too about this foundation is that this is my shade all year round. So when it's my summer color or when I'm my winter color, I still wear Macao and it works perfectly. Like this, I forgot how much I love this foundation. Like this is just, I think this experience doing these videos, it's funny just because it's reminding me of how amazing some foundations are out there. And, you know, just it brings back memories too, just of things that I did or where I was, you know, it just brings up thoughts. Like, it's just weird that foundation does that, because, you know, fragrance does that for me, but I didn't know foundation did that for me as well. I'm learning something doing this series. It's so weird yet so stupid. So we're in a quarantine. So yeah, guys, that's really all I have to say about this foundation. It's an icon. It's a legend. It's a foundation everybody and their mama needs if it's for your skin type. It's perfection. I mean, there's really nothing else I can say. Definitely comment below if you have used Sheer Glow. Do you love it? Do you hate it? If you hate it, it's okay. It's okay. We're still family here at the Nation. Does not bother me at all. Everything isn't for everyone. But let me know that below. Let me know if you've used the matte equivalent to this foundation as well. If you've used the old. I wasn't really a huge fan of sheer matte back in the day, but the newer formula, I remember I did like. I could revisit that during this series if you'd like. I might do that as well. But just comment below and let me know also in the comments of any foundations you would like me to review, because of course I have a lot of foundations, but I'm sure there's foundations that, you know, are out there that I have not purchased, like Pat McGrath. I've never purchased Pat McGrath foundation and I need to buy that foundation, and I know I need to. So leave anything. I'm open to anything. So I'm willing to walk into a CVS with my mask and gloves on and buy a CVS foundation. Somebody had mentioned that they wanted me to do Fit Me. We know how that one went. But, you know, if you want me to, let me know, because I'm going to need ideas. Because even though, like I said, I have a lot of foundations, I have a lot of foundations that are discontinued. There are some that I want to do like a gone but forgotten type of thing, you know, during these 31 days of doing these reviews. So definitely let me know if if the foundation has a shade that looks right to me. You know, if I go into a drugstore or wherever, I'll go ahead and buy it and I'll review it for you guys. So tune in tomorrow for video 6 for my next review. I'm not even sure what I'm going to review. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with a whole lot more, guys. Bye.